Hey everybody, welcome back. We're doing another Marvel Future Revolution video. In this one, we're going to be talking about the recent changes I've made to my character and how they're performing, specifically in some PvP settings. If you're unaware, I've recently made a transition from I had about 8 or 9 Midgardia. I'm a Black Widow, Midgardia nanos. And I switched over to Rise of the East, got a couple nanos in, and now I've made several more nanos after doing an offer in game that I had saved up for. So I've got about, we'll check, but I think about 6 or 7. So we're gonna see how it's gonna go in the Dimension Duel, and maybe even see if we can get some Omega War stuff in there to see how it feels. So let me know your thoughts. If you've made any similar jumps. I'm seeing and hearing a lot more people are starting to transition to either regional gear or special gear, depending when they started. Maybe we'll talk about that in a future video. So anyway, want to hammer down like buttons? Always appreciate you. Let's check it out.
Bring me WolverThor!
All right, so I'm on my Black Widow. I'm on my PvP build. I just recently crossed the 2 mil mark. So I've got, what, 2, 6, 8. I have 8 nanos now at this point. My stats, they're not optimized, but they're okay. The accuracy is definitely low, so anytime I face SpiderMan, I'm normally in trouble. Crit rate's not bad. It's pretty solid. Attack's pretty good. Defense, HP, whatever, those are fine. My crit damage, especially as a Widow, is really, really low and bad. Crit damage decrease, I'd like that to be higher. Normally I like that in the 80s and 90s. My defense pierce is over cap, which is good. Max damage rate's a little low. Cooldown decrease, also a little low. Total damage, PvP, it's okay, but it should ideally be higher. I've got PvP damage and damage decrease for PvP, both in decent ranges here. So specialization wise, I typically run with the second life one, which I like to call it, increased damage to single target, decreased damage received, and additional damage to anybody below 50% HP. My skill build for this is going to be, you'll see I've got, what the heck's it called? Quick exploit weakness. I use the blind for my grenade. I use sticky bomb here. I still use double shot, and then I personally use frag bullets because I like that it tracks a little bit better. So they're not bad. I wish it was a little quicker, but is what it is. So anyway, let's we got about 8 minutes so till an Omega War. So we're gonna go in, do some Dimension Duels. I'm not gonna self-proclaim that I am some amazing Dimension Dueler, but for anybody who's watched me before, you should get a general idea. I'll win some, I'll lose some. I typically will beat, I won't lose to somebody who's maybe weaker or not as skilled, but every once in a while, I will say that the RNG of SpiderMan normally throws me off more than anything. So we'll see what we get here. All right, we've got a Doctor Strange. I don't recall fighting Dark Eddie before, but I've seen a lot of Dark Phoenixes around, and I believe they're a pretty solid alliance. All right. Let's see what he is coming in here with. It's interesting. Not a lot of dodge in here. All right. Oh, I was out of that. Come on now. I'm not sure why my I think his power is maybe a bit lower than what mine is, so I'm not sure. Oh, is he not dead? I think there's probably 12, even though that's your rankings. I feel like his power is a little bit lower than mine. I think he could have played it a little better too. From the Doctor Stranges that I fought against and lost, a lot of them use that, I forget the name of it, but the one where they kind of port through you. All right, so this Spider-Man is very active, clearly. Lots of fighting there, especially compared to where I'm at. I typically have a hard time hitting Spider-Man. I am still very much looking forward to the day I get 2 accuracy on my chest and ideally 2 crit damage. Oh, okay, I'm not sure what he's doing here. Invincible. Normally it says dodge. I'm always dodging. All right, he's swinging. Swinging. course, dodging. Dodging. It's always dodge. Dodge, 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 dodge. You can see I barely hit them. Now, if I could ever hit them, maybe I could do something, but so far I've not been able to do that. I mean, it's just crazy. You know what I mean? It's just like straight up bonkers. So I need to hope that America Chavez. Yeah, so that's typically my problem with SpiderMan is, like I said, my accuracy. I don't think I was probably lost a lot of points there. Yeah. I felt like that person's power was quite a bit lower than mine, but the dodges all day long. And honestly, credit to SpiderMan. It's one of the reasons that I've typically been saying, if you're a free to play or cheap to play, that I would heavily consider rolling a SpiderMan, because is this my guy player one? If this is my guy player one from the content creator core, this is fun. He'll probably smoke me again because it's SpiderMan. I hope you're not streaming this player one. You're gonna make me... Actually, it's fine. I don't mind losing. It's the only way we can improve. Oh, if that was him, I got him good. See, if I can hit a SpiderMan, it's not so bad. But the problem is hitting him. All right, so we're running out of time as far as the Omega War goes. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into this because I don't want to miss it. I do need to change my specialization. Let's see here. All right, so that's the only one that I do change there. Everything else is generally the same. And we'll get an Omega War hero shortly. Always like to pot just before going in. I know that's a little bit of a waste of time, but my hope is that it allows me to get in there and do what I want to. If you're someone who just likes to sit in the back and wait for people to come to you, I would wait until you're in there, so that way, whatever in between what I click there and us starting, you don't waste the time. Because there are a lot of times where the loading of a Mega War takes so long that you lose the time of your actual pots. This one was a quick one. See any X-Forcians in here? Ugh, I am against one of my own. Let's see, who is it? Gabriel. This is going to be an interesting one. I see some end games in there. Let's get out of there. A lot of red. A lot of red in there. Not a lot of squad on my... I have a feeling this is going to be a tough fight. Got bubbling storm. Great. Just great. I don't recognize these names. It doesn't mean anything, but normally at the start of a match you can kind of tell, but gosh, a bunch of Spider-Men again? Jeez Louise, get these Spider-Men out of here. Bubble, 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 bubble. Bubble, bubble. Ooh, owie. I'm just gonna let him kill me. Yeah, this is gonna be a slaughter. I'll be curious to see what the power differential is at the end of this, but I can already tell that it's likely gonna be very difficult to pull out. God, is this just like Spider-Man and Storm? Like, for the love. Right. Yeah, see, that Storm, unfortunately, is going to have a really hard time getting deads. Oh, that's my guy, Gabriel. Shoot. I mean, it's just insane to me how much Storms can just bubble. Yeah. To Gabe, yeah. I don't mind losing to fellow alliance mates, but this looks like it's going, like I said earlier, slaughter. We'll see how we compare at the end, but man. I mean, the fact that they're all over here is just, to me, like, you can see it's... I mean, like, how many bubbling storms are there? This is insane. Ugh, gross. So this is definitely not indicative, but one thing that of how I've played a little bit on Mega War. But it definitely feels a little better lately, but I mean, this is just sort of I mean, you see all these red people, like, this is just nuts. Just the fact that anytime you get into these type of Mega Wars where the entire red team is on your side and it's like a swarm of them, you're pretty screwed, which sort of sucks. I had a game on that was my advantage for me that was like this earlier today when I ran with some alliance mates. But no, of course not. I'm just gonna let it kill me. I'm not gonna use anything. And it was great because I needed the win. Here, I just wanted some points and to kind of see how I do. But it goes to show you that if you get a bad matchup in these things, that you could still just do nothing. Like power, unless you are like 2-5 and above or something, you know, something like that, where it's just like you were just absolute. I mean, look at that. Like I immediately die. Like I think I got 2 abilities off. It's hard. But this is a factor of the game where I know a lot of people get frustrated with it's, you know, Mega War sucks unless you're, you know, 2 million power or whatever. It's like, no, you can be 2 million power and still get smoked. You know, it's just the way the game is. You know, I mean, if you get certain matchups, it just stinks. I mean, look, see that? I mean, in itself is just silly. It's just like the character can just sit there, bubble. It's just, I don't blame Brick, honestly. Like, it's the build that you have to build for Storm. If you're not aware of that build, that's what it is. You notice I'm not repotting because there's literally no point. I'm gonna let, I don't want to mess with Gabriel. I want Gabriel to get their points. I mean, look at that electrical, like, it's like I'm dead in like 2 seconds. This might be the worst defeat I've ever had in a Mega War. And I get to record it and share it with you. So that's fun. Stay away, Gab. I'm not gonna attack you, Gabby. Gabriel. Bubbles for days, bubbles for days, bubbles for days. 7 whopping kills. Let's get. Of course, it was a SpiderMan. Ugh. Yeah, this is brutal. What to take from this? So this is less about like how much power can help you, or how I'm doing with the account. But what it does show is how power is not necessarily like a guaranteed of anything. It just isn't. Yeah, I mean, so yay us. I'll come back with 1 second left and I'll make a comeback. I can swing this 5,000 points. So does this mean you should stress about building your characters? No, to me, that's what this reinforces. Is like, yeah, it would have been easier, but I mean, I could do literally nothing. And I don't think any strategy I would have had here would have made the difference. Let's see what Brick was. Probably 1-6. Okay. Yeah, that's just stupid. 2-8. Gabby's 1-7. Moon Knight Stone 1-7. Bravo 1-5. What was on my side? Ragnar 1-7. I'm like 1-9. 2 million. 2 million now. 1-8. I don't. 1-3, 1-7. Looks like a lot of these people maybe weren't playing much. 1-4. I'm guessing a bunch of people dropped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 2 people mine dropped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so 2 of my people dropped. But regardless, that was a tough matchup, straight up. Just really, really tough matchup. To try to make myself feel slightly better about maybe this, we'll go ahead and try some dimension duels one more time. All right, we got an Iron Man. We did not get an Iron Man before. It looks like a pretty good Iron Man based on their win record. You see a lot of precision bombing Iron Man lately, so it's tough to guess whether it's guided missiles or precision bombing or they all have spin blade though, that's for sure. There's your precision bombing. There's your speed amp. I'm slowed. That's actually a really good move. Good call, Darkbane. He does a slow. Oh my god, I got guard, bro. Come on! Move! That was a good fight, Darkbane. Darkbane is a good player. The reason I say that is because... So any Iron Man watching this video, Darkbane, and I don't even know what the ability was, or if it was a something companion. I didn't see it. But whatever he was using to slow me and then spin blade... Crazy insane smart. Crazy insane smart. So shout out to Darkbane. Anyone who plays with that person, definitely give him a giant kudos for that, because I think that's impressive. It's the first person I've seen do that. And while it seems very obvious, it's not, because nobody does it. See, I can run around like normal. Invisibles. I see, I wasn't even worried about it. Uh-oh. That was a little bit closer, but I still, Darkbane. I'm impressed. All right, so we'll end it there. That was a decent win. Couple Iron Man. Gotta always try to end on a positive note. That's what I like to do. So appreciate you guys checking out the video. Let me know what your thoughts are. I know the Omega War was a complete and utter disaster, but again, that just reinforces just because you build up decent power doesn't guarantee like just constant crushing. I am 2 million power there. I think that it would have been, if I would have got the right matchup, right with teammates, etc., that maybe could have been better. I've had Omega Wars where it's been a lot better than that. And I was also facing a 2-8 Storm, which frankly, there's nothing I would have done with that, right? So appreciate you guys hanging out this far. If you like what you see here and you want to check out content in the future, please consider hammering down like buttons, click notification bell, subscribe, all that sort of thing. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.